Hello and welcome to Madrid Direct. Today we visit again the Gender Economics Workshop at Fundación Ramón Areces for an interview with Mr. Nezih, who will share with us the results of his latest research on childcare subsidies and will explain why we need to rethink welfare state as we know it. Mr. Nezih, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for having me here.
We are going to talk today about welfare state. In which way do we need to rethink welfare state as we know it?
Well, the household structure in the Western world has changed dramatically. I mean, in the 60s, 50s, we had husbands working in the market and the wife staying at home taking care of the children. And for the welfare state, for this kind of household structure is very different than welfare state for today, where both husband and wife works. Because when we think about the welfare state, we typically think, okay, we need to give money to poor people who are single mothers, let's say, who don't have enough, people in poverty. But I think today welfare state should think more broadly how we can make, for example, female labor supply more elastic, how we can allow women enter the labor force. Mm-hmm. So as a result, I think what we traditionally considered family policies, for example, childcare subsidies, child tax credits, these family policies now should be much more integrated to what we understand as welfare policies. In this sense, I think we should rethink about the welfare state.
After this crisis, the sustainability of the system has been put into question many times. Do you think it's really that unsustainable? Public policies such as these or public pensions, are we in trouble really also regarding the demographic question?
Well, I mean, there is obviously something has to be done. I mean, the population is aging and medical expenditures are growing, so both are putting lots of strain on the social security, in particular social security that's aimed for the elderly. On the other hand, we have to, if you think about the global economy, there's lots of young people in the world. So you can think of, more liberal migration policies that can counteract these tendencies. And also it's, in terms of medical technologies, maybe there will be breakthroughs that will be cost saving. It's hard. I mean, I'm not very gloomy. I'm a positive person, in particular about the old age. I think if you think about the world, I think the Western countries should think about migration as a potential solution for the old age crisis.
Mm-hmm. Academics such as Thomas Piketty last year with his essay on inequality on capital in the 21st century has put the focus on the problem of inequality. How urgent is this issue?
I think inequality is an important issue, but I think I wouldn't worry about inequality. I personally wouldn't worry inequality itself. What is worrying is inequality of opportunity. So if you have a society with lots of inequality, but people are mobile, so even if you come from a poor background, you could make it. That's very different than a society where there is inequality and at the same time there is no mobility. So I'm more worried about social immobility, so poor people staying poor and rich people staying rich, than inequality itself. Mm-hmm. And I think the social policies should focus more on the equality of opportunity and encouraging improving social mobility.
Mm-hmm. We are here today on the workshop on gender economics, and you presented a study on child programs. Can you explain the results?
Sure. Basically, what we study is we are studying the U.S. economy. So U.S. has a very limited childcare subsidy program compared to, let's say, Sweden, where there's very generous support for childcare subsidy program. And what we ask a very simple question. We say, okay, suppose U.S. adopts a program that is more like Sweden, Scandinavian countries, what would happen? And we show that this would have a big positive impact on female labor force participation. And also it will have people will prefer this more generous subsidy. Although it is more expensive, because people will pay taxes for this, they are still prefer to do it. So that's kind of what is special about the Scandinavian system. Taxes are high, but lots of this money is used to support female labor force participation through childcare subsidies and other programs. Then people are willing to pay these high taxes. And we show that even you increase the taxes, people are still happy to do that.
Mm-hmm. Thanks very much, Mr. Nezih.
Thank you very much.
That was it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next Madrid Direct.